In the previous episode, we successfully took down Betsy after a bit of attempts in trying to figure things out, but we honed in on the correct strategy and was able to get it down. I'm still not feeling great today. I've got that sore throat that I had has completely moved into being like a stuffy nose and stuff. I just got like a bunch of sinus pressure, so not feeling that great. So today's plan is to kill the Moon Lord and to celebrate the kill of the Moon Lord? No, well, maybe that too, but I've got good news to share with you guys today, and I'm really excited to talk about that. But let's go. So I did the pillars. I did the lunatic cultist. Got the pillars to respawn because I needed more fragments, and of course I get a free summon on the Moon Lord after I finish the pillars. Now, let's quickly go check this out because I believe that because I had to restart my game. I was in the middle of doing the pillars just now, and my sound right before I went to go, where's the pillar? Get over here, pillar. No, it's got full shield. I thought that might happen. So basically what happened was I was getting ready to record. I had gotten the shield down on this last pillar that we have up. So that way I could just pop on over. We could kill the pillar, we could get Moon Lord to spawn, and that would be the beginning of the episode. That was my plan. And then, yeah, my audio just started doing this weird crackling thing in the game, and there was no way to fix it. Like, I have a digital, basically soundboard that I use for routing all of my audio. It's really complicated. You guys don't need to really know about that. But I tried restarting that, didn't work. I tried going in and just basically switching my outputs, and no matter what output I set it to, it was just crackly. So that told me that the issue was one of something with the game. I tried like switching it from full screen to non-full screen, so windowed to full screen. That didn't work. Essentially, I just needed to restart the game, but that meant that this stupid bar gets reset. I hate the pillar event so much. I've been doing this for over 30 minutes. Actually, I'm closer to 40 minutes at this point. And it's like, I don't want to be doing this right now. I've already been playing this game for 40 minutes. I haven't even started recording. I don't want to be doing the stupid pillars. I'm really looking forward to tmodloader switching over to the version of the game that's currently live, because then the pillar event will be less of a pain in the butt. I hate the pillars. I actually think that unless they are significantly changed just in general, they have no right existing and modded anymore. Like, just nuke them. And there are mods to remove them, but I also feel like that, oh my goodness. Sure, it would make my life easier, but it also kind of removes like one part of the progression there, which I also don't think is necessary. So I guess what I have to say is I don't really have a reason why I'm not using the mods. I'm just not using one. Maybe it's because I didn't consider that at the beginning of this playthrough, and I hate adding mods most of the way through an actual playthrough, because it just significantly increases the likelihood of everything breaking. So I just don't do that. We're just gonna leave it the way it is. We're just gonna complain. We're just gonna listen to me complain, because this will probably be the only complaining that I'm doing on this particular episode. Let me get this stupid shield down, and then we'll jump cut back in and get ready for the Moon Lord. I think I did it. I think I got rid of the shield. Where's the pillar at? There it is. Is the solar eruption better for this? It might be. It's just a matter of dodging these stupid laser beams. They're so annoying. I hate the pillar so much. I don't think they deserve a place in this otherwise perfect game. That's just my opinion. I hate them, and I don't know why Red is, oh my goodness, I hate them so much. I don't know why Red is so just stubborn with them, or why double down on them. That's all I'm saying. Why double down on them? They're bad design, they suck, and nobody I don't know a single person. Tell me in the comments, do you truly like the celestial pillars? Like, not just like you tolerate them, but do you actually like them? Do you really enjoy doing it? Like, you kill the lunatic cultist and you're like, thank God that's over with. I'm gonna do the celestial pillars. Is that something you tell yourself? Think about that for a second. If it is, you're crazy. If it isn't, then why does it remain in the game after all of these updates? It's bad design. It needs to be changed. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think I've ranted about this so much in so many different series over the last couple of years. So we'll just leave it at that. Where's the moon lord? Hey there, buddy. Am I all buffed up? I am. Shoot him in the eyeball. You know, normal things that we do to people. Shoot him right in the eye. Ideally, actually, we would shoot him like this. He's gonna do the laser, and I am not in a great spot for this. Oh crap. Okay, let's reset. Let's reset. We've already started this off wrong. It's because, honestly, it's because I started with the wrong mindset. I just like was so agitated from that damn pillar. That's how it is, though. That's always how it is. All right, let's reset our flight. Start going up. Here comes the laser beam. Oh, that was almost so bad because of that island. Ah, stop getting hit. Why am I struggling so much with the Moon Lord? I don't think I've ever struggled this much. Wow, that was terribly bad. All right, let's reset. Let's just take my brain. We're just gonna shake it off. I got so much to talk about today. I got so much to talk about. I'm gonna bury the lead and absolutely leave the good news till later on. I know I'm that guy, but that's how we're gonna do it. You ever feel like, maybe you don't. See, this is the thing is, I'm 34 at this point. I've been doing this for 11 years. I'm a person who really prides myself. Actually, that's a bad way to put it. It's not that I pride myself. I make a point to, when I learn something, to try and just like dive into it. So whether it be 3D printing or miniature painting or YouTube stuff or sound stuff or video editing, like just when I learn something, I go all in and I learn as much as I can about it, right? I think a lot of people are like that. And most people, as far as like the time to learn something, that's going to adjust wildly depending on who you are, right? But that's not really what I'm talking about here. I'm just saying, like, I go ham regardless of the amount of time that I have to put into something. Like, that's my intention most of the time. I think what I'm going to do is go take out these two islands real quick. So the best way to do that is, because that really screwed me. Not that was actually, you know what? That was not our downfall. Let's not make excuses. Let's just reset. Anyway, so like I pride myself on, again, that's not the best way to put it because I don't think that that's what I do. I just, I make it a priority. There's a better way to put it. I make it a priority to learn as much as I can about a particular topic that I'm interested in when I want to get into something. We are missing a flask, although I think I already have the Ichor flask on. Yeah. So the reason I bring this up is because I like board games. I like tabletop games, right? Again, this is a thing that I try to learn a lot about. And I mentioned it previously, but I'm currently playing Star Wars Legion, interested in Warhammer, but it's kind of a, not only is it an expensive thing to get into initially, but it's also, the rules are, yeah, there's a lot of issues with the game that I take issue with that I think games do a lot better, such as like, here's a great example. In Warhammer, specifically Age of Sigmar, when you take your turn and you're done with your turn, first of all your units go on your turn. And then when you're done with your turn and the enemy goes, and it's the end of a round, you literally roll a dice to determine who goes first the next round, which means that you can go second on a round and then go first the next round, get this double turn. And that can happen basically as many times. I mean, you get to choose if you want to go with the double turn to begin with, but it's annoying. It's just a weird rule instead of just like alternating, because that makes a lot more sense. Most games just do alternating. And I want to get into different tabletop games, so I went by the game store yesterday, and what I did was I was looking for pre-orders for a new game coming out called Star Wars Shatterpoint, and it's basically Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is a Marvel tabletop miniatures game made by Atomic Mass Games, and they are doing like a pre-order thing where you get a special like Padawan Ahsoka if you order from certain stores. So I went to this local store to see if that they were participating. Nobody in the store had any idea what I was talking about. They're like, I don't even know what Star Wars Shatterpoint is. I'm like, how are you running a board game store and you don't even know this? I went to a second store, same issue. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is like one of the biggest miniature companies putting something out and you don't know what any of this is. And in one of the stores, there was this large, like, kind of foreboding man behind me, waiting his turn in line as I'm asking this question. He was going to purchase something. And the person's just like, yeah, they even called up another store that is in their chain to be like, do we know anything about this? And the person at the other store didn't know. And the guy behind me just goes, hey man, it sounds like they really need to hire you. I was like, no, I wouldn't make enough money working this crappy job. But it's annoying that sometimes in life, when you get to a certain point about knowing, you know, a level of knowledge about something, that you can't rely on other people to know that amount. Same thing goes with 3D printing. Like, I was looking up an issue that I'm trying to, it's really particular diagnostic issues I'm trying to figure out on one of my 3D printers. And it's so just benign to begin with. I'm trying to like figure it out, doing research and everything. And just nobody can answer my question, because at this point, the answers that are out there are completely wrong. Like, and they're just like spreading a bunch of false information on it. It's really frustrating because I'm like, at this point, I know more about 3D printing than all these people that I used to rely on because I do it every single day. It's my like main job. So anyways, I got to stop getting hit by stuff. It's just really frustrating sometimes to be in a situation where you love something so much. You pour your, you know, so much energy into learning something. And then the issue is you end up learning so much about a particular topic that you're then an expert in that topic. I don't know if anybody's had this issue. And then when you try to research something, you realize just how wrong a lot of people's information is. I can't believe I died again. Oh my goodness. Why is the Moonlord just screwing me over? I don't think I've ever had this issue with the Moonlord before. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take a quick look at my accessories, because it just dawned on me that I don't think something is working. I've got this this micro shield core. Summons a micro shield. It's on. Summons a micro shield drone that appears when a hostile projectile is shot at the player. When a projectile hits the shield, it will release and discharge and reflect it. I've not noticed that happen at all. Like, at all. So let's go ahead and just take that off. It might be bugged. Maybe I'm just not noticing it because I'm not paying attention. But like, again, I haven't even seen that thing happen. So we're going to switch to that. Although I may want to go the obsidian shield. The knockback is kind of screwing me over too. All right, let's get another flask. I'll get another sigil, and I'm going to try this boss again. Oh my goodness, we finally did it. That was like my 7th attempt. I'm not even joking. And to be perfectly honest, I hopped on one of my other saved worlds and just got enough stuff to make sigils. Because I was not going to do the pillars again. That was actually very agitating. Why am I like struggling with the basic bosses for me? Like I'm good with Betsy. I'm good with the Old One's army. Apparently I'm not, you know, obviously. Little humbling happened there. And then I thought I was great with the Moonlord. Like I could just do Moonlord like in my sleep. Apparently not. Okay, we got a key card. Right, we're gonna need that. And we're gonna open this up and we got our Luminite, a Radiant Jewel, the Agile Lunar Flare, Portal Gun. So we didn't get any of our melee weapons that we really need, but that, you know, aren't necessary, I suppose. So, dump some money in there. Starboard's nice. I actually like the Celestial Starboard. I know a lot of people don't, but I like it. So we're gonna swap that in. And oh, by the way, so I should probably mention what I changed to make it work. So yeah, I took off the cross because I wanted to use the soaring insignia with everything that we had going on. So basically I swapped those out. And the soaring insignia, I'm not sure how much of the fight I'm going to leave in. Most of it, I think. But it allowed me to not have to second guess the timing on the giant laser beam in the first phase. So there you go. Okay, so Luminite, right? So we're going to need to make Luminite bars. If I get off of my potions. Max stack. How much should we make? 25. That's like not a lot, but actually I believe we can buy a lot of this stuff from the what's her face. So we can upgrade our alchemist charm. That would be nice. Solar flare armor, gonna be what we want to go with here, I think. Obviously, and then we'll probably get the pickaxe as well. Is there anything here that is made? I guess I could get the wings, but I like the starboard. It's the hover capability, really. Honestly, I think that's what does it for me. So, what was it that we could use? This is how we summon a boss. There's a plutonium bomb. Falls from the sky, turns the small blast radius into plutonium. Okay, so we get plutonium, which is fine, I suppose. There's a magic weapon. Let me know in the comments what I should be going for now that we've killed the Moonlord. I think that would be very nice. Let's... How much does this take? Man, it takes so much Luminite. I can't believe you have to kill the Moonlord twice in order to get enough stuff to make the armor. Let's talk to her. Oh, that's the wrong shop. Let's do... I actually don't remember the last time I looked at that. It must have been earlier for treasure bags. I don't know why. I think I was just scrolling through her stuff to see what she had. Oh, it was to see if I could buy fragments. That's a big part of it. Well, I don't have enough solar fragments to begin with, so... We're gonna have to get a bit of that. I don't think she's gonna let me buy Luminite, so I may have to redo the fight to get the rest of the stuff, which is not that big of a deal. So if I go solar, I can make the helmet. So we can make that, and that's it. Because what do you need? I need more fragments, right? So let's go get the fragments. I think it's funny. I've never noticed this before, but the credits are in like the background, so you can like see them through my stained glass windows. It's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and pop all those in there. Solar leggings. Yeah. So wow, goodness, what am I gonna need for the rest of it? The breastplate. I need 14 more. Or sorry, I don't know why I said 14. I did the math totally wrong on that. That was embarrassingly bad. I'm gonna... That's like one of those things where I have to go, man, I am really tired, I guess. I need 9 more in order to get the Luminite bars. And of course, more solar fragments, which means I need more money. I'm gonna do that in between episodes. But yeah, I think getting the key card probably and just going down and checking out the lab is gonna be our next big thing. 3rd Omega prototype, it's gonna be interesting. So use... at night after the Moonlord's been defeated. Cool. So we're basically going to get all of our armor and whatnot that we can and then try that out, I think. Let's see here. Man, now I'm feeling better now that I've finally killed him. I just was like tilted. I don't think I've been that tilted in a while. And it honestly, it's the pillars. The pillars put me in that like headspace, and then it's I feel bad for the there we go. Now we can see the credits as they roll. But we still have more to do. Don't be tuning out of the series yet. We got more stuff. I was like, what's going on with this fireplace midair? Wow, I'm really zoning out. So anyways, the long story short on that game thing of trying to figure it out is no store around me is doing this promotion. It's kind of annoying because I would get a free thing for it without having to buy it later. So I think I'm gonna look into friends that live within the nearby, like within 2 hours of me, and see if they have stores nearby to be able to get that. But I'm looking forward to trying that game out. We'll see. I don't know. It's not even out yet. It's not even out till summer, but I'm sure in the next series that I do, you'll hear about it. Speaking of which, actually, the next series is going to be, regardless of what mod I do, I've kind of determined this. We were talking about it on Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you should join. The link's in the description. But I think I'm going to be doing a Ranger. I've never done a Ranger playthrough on the channel, so I think that's what we're going to do. Honestly, actually, I think Ranger is probably the best for hardcore. And I probably, if I ever go back to my hardcore series, I think what I'm going to do is try and do the Ranger playthrough on that as well. So we'll see. Okay, so the good news. We're going to end it with the good news, right? Got to end it on a positive note because I have no idea how long this episode is actually going to be because I just cut out so much time of me just fighting the Moonlord. I'm going to totally blindside a lot of you guys with this news who've been on the channel for the last couple of years, or at least this last year. But I bought a house. Totally bought a house. And it was blindsided me. You're not the only one. I talked about it in way more detail in the supporter vlog, otherwise known as the Patreon vlog, if you're on Patreon or one of our patrons. And if you're a channel member, you can find the vlog if you go to the community page. There's like a link that's posted there anytime the vlog goes up. And the long story short on that is that I was talking with the wife. We're like considering it because, our numbers that we had went up a little bit. And we're like, interesting. I wonder if we can afford to buy a place. I mean, we just moved into this place that we're currently renting back in August. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's just look. So we get our information together and we talk to our neighbor who happens to be a realtor. And he's like, cool, let's get a hold of my lender friend. So we'll get a hold of the lender, and he runs our numbers and he pre-approves us for a loan that is significantly more than we're willing to pay. We were very shocked by that. Like, whoa, okay. So maybe this is a doable thing. And I'm going to give you the time frame here. So it was, it's over the course of 3 days that this happened. Day one, we went, is this a possible thing that we can do? Maybe. Let's run the numbers, get the numbers back. Oh, it is possible. Okay. Day two, we talked to the realtor. He says, hey, in this same neighborhood with all this new construction, the place we're living in right now, if you remember when I started the Summoner series in Calamity, there was like this big thunderstorm and everything, and I had just moved in and it was epic. It's like one of those episodes that's going to go down in history of just like the strangest thing, because this massive thunderstorm was going on in the background. You could totally hear it throughout the entire episode. People seem to really actually have liked that background ambient noise. But we had just moved into this new construction place. Nobody's lived into it before. And this whole community that we're living in is all just brand new places. And so he gets a hold of us. He's like, hey, the builder is like squaring off the rest of this place. Like they're finishing off the last like 20% of the houses that they're building here. And then they're moving on to the next place. So they have this place that just went on sale. That's bigger than the place you're in, same amount of rooms. Do you want to go look at it, see if that's something you're interested in? It's in your budget. And we're like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, let's go look. And if you know anything about realty or how that system works, I know I didn't. I've just totally relied on my wife for this. you'll know that the percentage that you're paying in interest is kind of a big deal. Right now, the average in the US as of January 2023 is, or sorry, it's February now. Oh my goodness, we're in another month. Is like 6% that you're paying on the total cost and interest. It's like an actual insane amount that you're ending up paying on the total house. But they really wanted this house out of their inventory as quickly as possible just to sell it off and move on. And so they gave us a bunch of incentives and they bought our interest rate down a huge amount, like an unprecedented amount. So we got a really good deal and we're like, sure, let's walk through it. There's some things we don't like about it, but you know, nothing's that's not fixable. And then the next day we signed on it. So we went from, in 3 days, I wonder if we can do this. Okay, I guess we can do this. To day 2 is, here's a place. And we looked at other places in the same neighborhood. And they just, the place that we got has a massive backyard. We're like, okay, well, is this an interesting thing? Well, let's think it over overnight. It's gonna go fast though, so we gotta like get back to them right first thing in the morning. And then we woke up in the morning, we're like, let's do it. So then we went and signed on it. So that was last month that happened when I first mentioned that I think I have really good news. I didn't want to mention it because, you know, there's a bunch of house stuff that, you know, you have to get the lender to actually approve you, even if you're pre-approved and a bunch of stuff like that. But we close on the 16th. It is currently the 7th. And then we're gonna move in. There's a bunch of story there with that too, but I just wanted to, like, if you've been on the channel for any length of time, you know that at least the last 3 years we've been moving from place to place. We moved from one place to 2 hours away, and then from that place to 2 hours away again, like in a completely opposite direction. We've just been all over. So to finally just be like, you know what, we're buying a place is great, especially because we intend to not live in it long term, but to rent it out once a couple or a few years pass, because this isn't even including it can't include the income that I'm making off of the business I started last year, because you need 2 years of history for that. So our range is going to go up quite a bit over the next few years of what we can get and what we want. So then we'll start shopping around. But we really wanted to not be paying someone else's mortgage, so we're no longer going to be renting this place. We're out. We're breaking our lease. We're moving into a new place. It's great. I'm looking forward to it. All right. With all that, I think the next episode is really going to focus on going into the lab, I think. But whatever your guys' comments are about what I should focus like going for, in between episodes, I'm gonna go do Moonlord again. I'm gonna get some more Luminite. I'm gonna get the rest of the solar flare stuff. So basically the chest piece and the pickaxe, maybe the wings. It depends on how much Luminite we end up getting out of it. And then maybe I also try and farm some money so I could like buy some bags, because I don't want to do him over and over. We'll see though. It might be a lot easier once we get the chest piece. Then I could farm them. And then, yeah, I'll take your suggestions to heart, and in the next episode, we'll be working on those, going to the lab, checking out the 3rd Omega prototype, and seeing what the end game of Mod Redemption has for us.